Hello, everyone, and welcome back to The Shop, the world's only comic book podcast. Now Dan's going to interrupt with something retarded. Dan?
Cheese is not very healthy for you.
He has a valid point. Well, that's the end of the show. Thank you all for joining.
I don't know. That was the only scientifically accurate fact I could think of.
That
on
cheese
the
isn't
fly.
very good for you?
Yeah, because cheese is always on my mind, and that most things aren't good for you.
That's also true.
So I did not say something stupid. I said something very beneficial to the audience.
Yes, that's a PSA. Cheese is the shop's official PSA at the end of the episode.
Cheese isn't bad for you.
Isn't bad for you?
Is.
You're going to take the Ghostbusters logo and put it through isn't, and it's going to be like, is.
Yeah.
And that's our hard hitting.
I don't even know if I crossed out the spot where the isn't is, so I might have just crossed out cheese and replaced it with is. So isn't bad
for you. So what have you been up to?
Oh boy, buddy, a lot. And I can't think of any of it.
I've just been working mostly.
Yeah, I haven't been. And so that's been a thing. Well, now that September is coming up, I'm going to actually be able to get a decent job, I think.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. Or otherwise I won't. But in the meantime, I might apply at like Dunkin' Donuts or something.
We got a new poster.
Yeah, that was a little lopsided.
At the moment.
For people who are listening on audio, which by the way, podcast is now available
on iTunes. If you have to fucking look up The Shop, 3 exclamation points, space, parentheses, page flip,
Yeah.
end parentheses, because we're a fucking new podcast, so it's very difficult to find.
Yes, but yeah, you can find The Shop now on iTunes.
We should on the YouTube video we should post the iTunes link.
Yes, but on iTunes, if you're listening and don't watch the YouTube videos, we have a nice background behind us with a bunch of comic books.
Slowly working on expanding.
Yeah, and Anthony added on. He got a free copy.
And by that I mean when we were standing in line while that lady was buying her books in front of us, I grabbed one of them.
Yeah, this is a nice Dark Knight's Metal poster behind
with
us.
art by Greg Capullo that has all 6 of the runes.
Yeah, but now that we have that poster on one side of our thing, our whole setup's now lopsided, and we need another poster on the other side.
Yeah.
So, and all the posters I have apparently are all fucking Civil War II posters.
So everyone cares about that.
And what's the other one? Monster.
And one Monsters Unleashed.
No, there were 2 Monsters Unleashed posters.
Yeah, but they were the same poster.
No, they were different.
Were they?
Yeah, I don't know why I have any of them. So yeah, that was great. In my life right now, I mean, you know, I just kind of hanging around, watching my dog for a bit. Fucking yesterday.
Yeah, please go into this story.
Oh my Christ! So
it was hysterical.
For the one person who watches this that follows me on Twitter.
Yeah. Me.
Yeah, basically Anthony. Maybe John.
Maybe a Pursuit Dude.
Yeah. So Tyler Crook, one of my favorite artists working right now.
What does he do?
Well, currently he does Harrow County.
What has he done previously?
He's done BPRD and Witchfinder Mysteries of Unland. And
what's his last name again?
Crook.
What's his first name?
Tyler.
What's his social security number?
08740. And he's just been doing like these random doodle giveaways. He does like a mini canvas, and just to practice drawing his faces, he'll draw out characters in the books. Not penciled or anything. He just does them in like watercolors to kind of get the faces right.
Neat.
So he's just been giving them away. And so like I want one really bad because I'm planning when I get money, I'm going to buy an actual page of his book. But for now, I would rather get a free thing.
And I was on break in my car, sitting in my air conditioner when I was at work.
Yeah.
When you called me.
Yeah. So, and I started like.
You interrupted a very intense game of Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Yeah. And fucking, he posted one finally, and usually what he does is like, first person to reply gets this. But for this first fucking time, he's like, first person to reply with a picture of a Harrow County book in front of a pet gets this. And of course I had only a pet on me, no Harrow County. So I just was like, fuck. And that was the first comment too. That was the very first comment.
What you should have done is you should have just been like, shh. you should have just been like, shit. And then what you should have done is you should have, at a ludicrous speed, driven to a comic book store.
Yeah, it's exactly what I should have done. Because I don't have Harrow on me. I don't have Harrow in hardcover. I read it digitally. So that's why I went and picked up a fucking issue of Harrow. And then he just replied to me like, why would you not carry around Harrow County with you at all times? And so I called
Because the
up
comic
Anthony.
industry is trying to drill into my head that I should download all their apps.
Yeah. And so I called up Anthony just distraught. Like I was like, I've been like on Twitter waiting for him to do giveaways again.
Was he the one whose lawn got invaded by crickets?
That was his. Yeah. The fucking solar eclipse happened.
Oh yeah,
too.
that was also a thing.
Yeah.
The Fire Nation was at its weakest.
Yeah, except for over here where we got like that much of an eclipse.
Well, I store at the sun for too long.
You store at it?
Store.
Yeah, you store
Isn't
at the
store
sun.
the past tense of? It would be stare.
Stared.
Fuck you.
I store at the sun?
Yes, store at the sun.
Would that actually be past participle?
I think so. Is that not a word?
Is store a word? I'm pretty certain it's
I
stared.
store at it for too long.
Maybe that was like old grammar, but now hip people don't say store. That might be like old English days.
I don't know. That's what I've always used for the past of stare.
I don't know. Maybe you're better at grammar than me.
Hang on. Do you know who will know the answer to this question?
Adam Conover?
The internet.
Oh. Which Adam Ruins Everything's been great too. So that's been cool. But yeah, so that was just terrible. But now I have on my phone pictures of all issues I have of his fucking books. Or at least I have a single issue of Witchfinder with a picture of my dog and the trade in case one day he's like, but only single issues, but only trades. So yeah, at first I was just like casually like, oh, I really want some of his art, so I'm going to try this. But now it's like he's challenging me. He literally just replies to me every time and is like, what a fucking nerd. And so like, fuck you, now I need this. So that would be great though if he just randomly was like, I'm giving away this old piece of Witchfinder art. Who wants it? He gave away a
Did
Frankenstein.
I make up a word?
I think so. I think you brain transplanted that memory into my head.
I do say it all the time.
You say lots of stupid shit all the time, dude.
It seems like it should be a word though, right? It makes sense.
It doesn't. I feel like that's something that might have been out of Shakespeare or something.
Yeah, the past participle is stared.
Yeah. So yeah, Eclipse. I was able to fucking get the exposure down on my phone's camera, not only by bringing the exposure in shutter and ISO and everything absolutely down, but we got 2 pairs of sunglasses, put them in front of the lens. We were able to get a little tiny chip of the Eclipse.
Yes.
And it was pretty terrible. Apparently, the way to go was making like a camera obscura or something.
Apparently, the actual way to go was to figure out how the fuck to get those glasses.
A valid point. Most people in our area were very disappointed by it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is kind of disappointing. But next one's gonna be kind of over us, so
Yeah, it's I
more
think
so
the line of
Maine.
totality is
It goes over
it's like
Maine.
the bottom of Maine.
Yeah.
We could drive to Maine.
Yeah, Maine's not bad. I've been to Maine many times, meaning once.
We could go to that comic book store in Salem that has all those action figures.
Anywhere that's a comic book store that has comics. So that's good.
Yeah.
Cool. Any non-news, like personal news? I don't think so.
I'm editing something.
No, that's really?
Yes, I stopped working on something for a while.
Wow, really?
I was editing something and then I stopped for a while. Now I'm editing it again.
That's literally your catchphrase. Anthony busts in to save the day. What's your name? My name's Anthony Silvio. I was editing something once. I stopped editing it, and I'm editing it again. Here's a gun to your face.
Yeah, you know my editing style. I can edit 95% of something, and then I have to hand off the last 5% to someone else.
Trying to center myself.
You're my last 5% editor.
Yes, exactly.
I'm really good for like a really long stretch of it.
Yeah.
And then someone else has to do it because I I fucking can't.
Care to tease at what it is you're even making? You haven't told me about this. So.
I haven't told you about it, and I'm not telling you yet, because if I tell you about it, the same thing that happened when you start telling me shit is going to happen, and I'm not going to finish it.
Good. All right. Now I'm interested, so don't tell me.
Okay.
Also, one thing I've been catching up on a lot of books, as I've been talking about, I am 100% caught up on Hellblazer now. So,
Complete totes.
yep, Totes caught up. So
I haven't read the new Hellblazer yet, because I was like, I'm not caught up. I won't read this yet, but you told me I could.
yeah, the new issue you can start on because it doesn't seem to tie in with the overarching plot at all.
Yeah, because Tim Seeley took over.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, is that his first issue?
Yes.
Oh shit. Well, that's why it feels very different. I was like, this feels very different from, like,
The last issues.
yeah, this one's like straight up like occult detective.
Yeah, and that's my favorite part of Hellblazer.
Yes, it was the origin, or not origin, but like the front runner of the occult detective genre, which is why I want to read the original stuff. So,
Yeah.
do you own it?
I don't own it. Well, I own most of it. I own some of it.
Do you own the beginning?
No.
Good. The more important part for me.
I of course acquired all of it legally and did not read it not legally, but I own like 5 trades of Hellblazer.
I see.
It was one of my comic goals, along with complete all of Fables. It's a very expensive goal. The Vertigo trades are really neat,
Yes.
but there's I think 16 of them at the moment.
Yeah.
$20 a piece. So you guys can do the math.
Why is it? It feels like anything that's not straight up Marvel or straight up DC has really awesome trades.
Yeah.
Like, including imprints. Or not including imprints, I mean. Like, Vertigo has great trades.
Yeah.
Dark Horse has great trades.
Young Animal has great trades.
Yeah, Young Animals trades have been really good. It just seems like Marvel and DC, though, their trades are just like, here's some book.
Yeah.
And Marvel's trades are printed really nicely, but, like, they cost, like, 5 horses and a cow per page.
Do you know what has probably the best trade philosophy? Fucking Image Comics, dude.
Image is great.
Their first trade of every book they've ever published is $10.
Yeah, it's really awesome. And they're actually really good, like, quality trades. Like, yeah.
There was a Hickman sale a while back, and I haven't read the book yet, but front desk guy at the pool, whose name I will remain anonymous, I don't know if I've named him here before, used to work at our comic book store. Mm-hmm. And so I walked up. It took us like 2 weeks because he grew a really long beard for us to recognize each other. And then he was like, I think I know you. And I was like, I think I know you. And then I was like, I think I spent an absurd amount of money while you were standing behind a register. And he was like, I think you spent an absurd amount of money while I was standing behind a register. And I was like, oh, shit. And he recommended a book to me called Black Monday Murders, which is about like a demon that is in charge of a bank.
That sounds rad.
Yeah. It's by John Hickman.
Huh.
I haven't read it yet, but I have it on my fucking comics all. The Jai.
Comics all. Just leave it there at the comics all. Just abbreviate everything.
Yeah.
We're millennials. We abbreviate fucking everything.
And we eat avocado toast and we'll never be homeowners.
Yes,
Even though I
right.
kind of hate avocado.
I don't think I can even eat avocado.
You think you can eat avocado? I'm just not a fan of avocado. I don't like it.
I don't know. I've never, because I think that falls under, because I'm allergic to peanuts. If you ever want
Don't
poisoning,
think it's related to peanuts, dude.
no, there's certain nuts and stuff that I can't eat because they have the same fucking shit in them. I wasn't supposed to be eating sesame seeds, and then my doctor told me that like last year. He's like, "So you've been avoiding sesame seeds, right?" And I'm like,
What are you talking about?
and so he tested me. Well, obviously, because when you have a peanut allergy, there's a high chance that you're also allergic to sesame. But luckily, I
that
wasn't.
seems fucking difficult to avoid.
Yeah. So I was just like, dodge the bullet there. Fucking A. But yeah, and so every year they test me for a bunch of random shit. Avocado, I think I'm supposed to avoid. So
They should test you for avocado.
I think they do, or they test me for the general nut. I don't know.
There's no more specific tests. Like if I were to throw an avocado at you, you could die.
Maybe, I don't know.
Should I go get an avocado and we could go test this?
Not a fan of
I'll
that.
throw it at you.
Not a fan of that idea.
We'll do it in slow motion. It'll be great.
Yeah, I'm not totally sure. I don't really care because avocados are gross anyway. So who gives a fuck? News. How about news this week?
Yeah, how about news?
Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm the news guy now.
You fucking type the news. You could read the news.
Sweet. So there's like no book news at all.
Oh, yeah, because this is a fucking dead period.
Yeah, the only book news I have is Jeff Lemire's making that one-shot Hawkman spin-off.
Yeah, then he's
which we already knew about.
Yeah, which we already knew about.
Yeah.
Did it just get officially confirmed? Is that what happened?
Yeah. And he released the cover and everything.
Is he
and
doing
it looks
the
really
art?
cool. No, he's not doing the art.
Oh.
But it looks really cool. I think it's the same person who did the art for Dark Days.
Oh, yeah, probably.
But the cover was really rad. I don't have it on me though. So one of the bigger news is this week, Obi-Wan movie confirmed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm more excited for that than Han Solo. Han Solo didn't need to happen.
But, Dan,
I don't
Childish Gambino is going to be in the Han Solo movie.
That's cool and all, but like he died. Just let it go. Obi-Wan, I guess Obi-Wan died too, but like I don't know. I liked Ewan McGregor was like literally the only thing I liked in those movies.
Yeah.
And that's about aside from like one or two scenes in them. The second movie is just the piece of trash. Lots of movie news actually. So Ed Skrein, the guy who played the villain in Deadpool, yeah,
Ajax Francis.
he was cast as Major Ben Damio in Hellboy.
What does that mean?
He's white and Damio's Asian, and so everybody's freaking out about it. There's more I feel like there are much better things to complain about in that genre. Like, I don't know. Him being that race wasn't really important to his character. There are other characters where, like, I'm like, yeah, you're completely whitewashing. In this case, I don't know. It doesn't anger me as much. I mean, it's a little unfortunate. I kind of, like, I'm really sad about the industry, the state of it. But in regards to the product of the movie, I don't, as long as the movie's good, that's all that matters to me. But he's a really good actor. I hope he does a good job. For some reason, they changed what he transforms into, and I'm really worried that they're not going to do the...
What? You're not explaining anything.
In BPRD, it's a big plot point that he's cursed, and he transforms into this thing if he doesn't get, like, fucking, like, massages. And that is, like, one of the biggest visual metaphors in all of BPRD. But he used to be... what's it fucking called?
A caveman?
Sort of. It's the fucking oh Christ! It's gonna. Oh, why when I'm on camera I can't remember the fucking name? My brain sucks. It's basically like a fucking Yeti, and it's like the biggest visual metaphor through all of BPRD, and they constantly reference it. And he has this thing going on with it, but now he turns into a cheetah. So I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird, but you don't know what I'm talking about. It's okay. Editor's note: I was talking about the Wendigo or whatever it's called. I just shut up. It's a hard word. Give me a break. All right, back to the episode. Sorry.
So, SummerSlam happened.
Ginger Mahaal's WWE World Champion.
He is. He beat Shinsuke Nakamura for the world. You keep saying WWE World Heavyweight Championship, but they eliminated the World Heavyweight part of it.
I didn't say World Heavyweight. I just said World Champion.
You just keep saying. You just say WWE Championship. It's a world title, though. It's very important.
You're breaking kayfabe.
Kayfabe. So that's happened.
Oh.
You didn't let me finish.
Oh, I thought
Roode debuted
you
on
were
SmackDown.
done. It sounded like you were done. Sorry.
Bobby Roode debuted on SmackDown.
Yeah.
John Cena's back on Raw. They buried Baron Corbin.
Is that it?
The New Day lost their tag titles. Natalya won the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship.
Okay. Are we good?
Carmella did not cash in Money in the Bank.
Is any of this actually important, or are you just stretching for information to fucking push this longer? We good?
Hang on.
All right. Well, I'm going to take that
AJ
time.
Styles is still U.S. champion.
I'm going to take that time to talk about the one more Hellboy news.
Wait. You can go.
DC was like, what can we boost sales? How can we boost sales? My calculations say that in this small state of Rhode Island, there are two nerds sitting there. One of them's obsessed with Legion of Superheroes. The other one's
Not obsessed with Legion of Superheroes.
the other
I just
one,
want them to
yeah,
exist.
the
again.
other one's obsessed with Hellboy. Let's give both of them heart disease. In this instance today, the Hellboy one's gonna get heart disease. We're gonna just add fucking Hellboy to fucking Injustice 2. Just like, hey, who gives a shit? Let's give him heart palpitation. Should boost sales. I don't know how. It just will.
Yes.
So they did that. Now Hellboy's in Injustice 2.
Yeah, so great.
And apparently Raiden's in there now.
I
I showed
really-
you the trailer and you were like, the fuck?
I really, really fucking suck at Injustice 2.
I know, because it's a fighting game and
Yeah,
fighting games are hard.
Suck at them. You could view. We're breaking kayfabe on this for a thing that might happen in the future. You could watch me fucking fail miserably at Deus Ex.
Yes.
Uh,
Oh, yeah. Cough. Oh, man, now it seems like there's a gas leak and we're just going to spout random nonsense that isn't canon.
yeah, because this isn't gonna become a thing.
Cookies, our other channel, movie.
There's just one thing that we love, and that's cookies.
Yeah.
Everybody loves cookies, hooray!
All right, we're going to save that for last because that's like the craziest news ever. SNES Classic pre-orders went up.
Yeah.
And
if you buy a riding lawnmower at Home Depot, you also get one, but it's $2,000.
yeah. So if you buy some organs,
If you buy a whole human body in organs,
yeah, you can buy John Wilkes Booth's severed penis.
if you get experimental heart surgery, you get a SNES Classic.
Yeah. So yeah, they went up online for pre-order for like 10 minutes and they were gone instantly. And
At 2 a.m.
yeah. And then there was literally, I didn't get to see it myself, but everybody was saying that there was some scalper online was like bragging about how he bought 30.
They shouldn't allow that.
They shouldn't. They should really allow it to one. What I'm hoping, I know this isn't true because it's Nintendo, but
And they're fucking dumb.
I'm praying though that maybe that there's a small chance that what they're doing now is making it seem like they're not making a lot. So all the scalpers go and buy them. Then when they actually have a good stock on day one, they actually have a great stock. All the scalpers are like, shit, now these are all worth like 10 cents. So they just sell them online for like $5. That's what I'm praying. I'm praying that Nintendo's just screwing
That's what
them.
seemed to happen with the Switch when we went to Best Buy, right?
Yeah, it was because there was a bunch of scalpers there. I was literally talking with one online. I was like, man, I just have so much Nintendo nostalgia. That's why I'm here. And the guy was like, not so much for me.
I'm here to be a dick.
Yeah. He was actually a really nice guy. I mean, like, I'm not actually mad at the scalpers, though. Like, you're legally allowed to be a dick. He's just taking advantage of a loophole. It's Nintendo's fault for allowing that.
He just shouldn't be a dick.
Yeah, but it's Nintendo's fault for allowing.
Well, I was reading a Reddit thing forever ago where the fucking Lego stores,
Yeah.
when they release a new set, with the staff like does this thing where they're like, if anyone walks up and asks for like the new thing, they're like, oh, we didn't get any. But then after like 3 hours, once they know all the scalpers are gone, they're like, all right, anyone who wants this, come stand in line.
That's what they did at Best Buy. They told us that there was only like 10, so the scalpers wouldn't come. And then at the end, they're like, there's like 500.
Yeah. And then we went to Toys R Us to get mine.
Yeah.
We fucking stood in a legitimate line, and they're like, we have 30, and they actually had 30.
Yeah. All right. Pokemon Go. New data mine. All the Gen 3 stuff's in the game. They're about to release Gen 3. So
Nifty.
that's going to be really fun.
No one gives a shit.
I give a shit.
Yeah, but no one else gives a shit except for us.
Yeah. You kind of care just
Yeah.
because it's fun.
Yes.
Yeah, and they added some other stuff in too, so that'll happen soon, I guess. ARMS new character, Lola Pop, was introduced, and she's a candy-themed clown who's a girl.
Nifty.
She's kind of cool, I guess. Her pants poof. That's it.
ARMS is still a video game.
Yep, new ARMS Test Punch version 3 coming out. Hopefully, I'm hoping they added in like a better spectator mode so that it's not boring as shit to watch online, because I want that game to go competitive, but if nobody plays it online, then they can't.
Yeah, Nintendo is also trying its fucking damnedest to make Splatoon competitive.
Yeah, it's not happening. Which, I mean, like, I love Splatoon, but it's not a competitive game. All right.
I really should bring my Switch over and we should play Splatoon.
Yeah, we should. Last piece of news before we start doing some mini reviews. The biggest what the fuck moment ever happened yesterday. If you guys haven't already heard this, just make sure
go
you're
on.
sitting. A new Joker origin film is in the works, directed by the Hangover director Todd Phillips. And it's also starting its own DCU canon, so it's not canon with the current movies.
It's not canon with the DCEU.
No, it's not canon with any EU. It's its own new canon. And Martin Scorsese is in talks to be producer.
The fuck is going on?
What the literal shit? What kind of news was that?
They're just like, I didn't even hear about it. You had to tell me this morning.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why people are like, whoa, Scorsese's tied to this? That's not the weirdest thing.
No,
And that's still pretty weird.
that's not even the weird. Why is no one freaking out that the Hangover guy is making a goddamn Joker movie and no one seems to give a shit?
Yeah, that it's in its own canon. The DC's just like, we're gonna start up a new little canon on the
Yeah,
side.
you know this one that everyone kind of hates. We're gonna.
I don't know if they're making. See, the thing is, though, I'm not sure if this is just like Dark Knight style canon, where it's just like they're going to make like a trilogy or something, or if they're actually making this as a backup in case they're like, we don't like this old movie canon. We're just going to go on to a new one. But then it would be weird to start with the Joker
Yeah,
and an origin story.
'cause that kind of defeats his point.
So the only two things I could think of here: either DC's insane and they're just deciding to make this confusing as hell for all the fucking adults out there.
Non-nerds?
Yeah, the non-nerds who are like, fucking, is Superman gonna tie in with Spider-Man too?
Have you seen Spider-Man 2?
B, they have decided that because DC's all about continuity, that they're gonna send multiple timelines, do Crisis on Infinite Earths,
Flashpoint.
Flashpoint. Flashpoint is happening.
Flashpoint's happening anyway, so would they do Flashpoint and then immediately do Crisis on Infinite Earths?
They're already doing Flashpoint, so it seems like why not just go 5 million years through comic book history?
Just go for it.
Yeah, just go for it. We're already at Flashpoint somehow. I don't know.
Flashpoint came after Crisis on Infinite Earths, but who cares? Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff.
Yeah, that's right. It did come after. So I don't know.
Why don't we fucking take Flashpoint, a shitty event that not very many people like, and then mix it with Crisis on Infinite Earths, the first comic book event and one that everyone likes.
Yeah. And then super ultra tinfoil hat. This is not going to happen. Level tinfoil hatting. They're making this new Joker so that they're like, not a lot of people like this new Joker. We're gonna kill off the current Joker, replace it with this Joker. Maybe do the same with Batman.
Yeah.
They already confirmed that.
They confirmed that Nightwing movie, and that makes me suspicious.
What Nightwing movie?
The Nightwing movie that they're making?
That was a long time ago. Joss Whedon's on that, right?
No.
He's on.
The 21 Jump Street guys are on the Nightwing movie.
Oh, right, because Joss Whedon's on.
Justice League.
No, he's on. Well, he's on that.
Batgirl.
Yeah, he's on Batgirl. Yeah.
So, tinfoil hat. Grant Morrison run of Batman where Dick Grayson was Batman. Maybe.
Maybe.
It'd suck because there'd be like one Nightwing movie, now he's Batman.
Yeah, it would be kind of weird.
Or they do Azrael, which would suck but be awesome.
It would be awesome.
Or, and we do this, just do Batman Beyond.
I mean, Batman right now is currently basically Azrael Batman.
Yeah, he murders. He's not a good
He
detective.
just doesn't have the suit. That's
Yeah. He's not a great detective. He murders people. He's really loud and dumb. Yeah, holy shit.
Yeah.
You've cracked this case wide open.
And I haven't even read Azrael, and I know that. Oh, man. So I don't know. I don't know what the shit... Like, I'm one of the few people who's been pretty positive about the DC movies. I'm not saying they're perfect or anything, but I'm saying that there's some I really like.
Then I really liked Wonder Woman. You were meh on Wonder Woman.
I wasn't mad at Wonder Woman. I thought it was a really good movie. I just wasn't... I saw more flaws in it than other people did. So I put it as like a B+, which
Well,
I think is a great thing.
I walked in with very, very low standards. If they shot it on film and went to a country, I would have been impressed. I'd be like, that whole movie was in focus. Which is
I like how we can even make that. I like how we're having the focus problem with movies that are 90% CGI.
yeah.
Like, really?
Which is that movie was in focus is my favorite line from Ralph the movie from one of the Ralph the Movie Maker reviews.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was like, the best thing I could say about this movie is that it was in focus, and that's a very difficult job. You have a focus puller on it; it's a whole thing.
Yeah. Oh, man. He didn't like that. He didn't like Wonder Woman.
He didn't.
No.
He also wasn't a big fan of Baby Driver. I don't agree with many of his viewpoints, but he is very entertaining.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I don't care. I watch people who I don't agree with. I just respect their opinions.
Yes.
Because all I want from a reviewer is that they express their opinions in detail so that I can form my own opinion and be like, well, I know that they don't like this certain thing, but I am a fan of this certain thing. So I can base my opinion off of that. Where if somebody is just like, fucking Wonder Woman, her suit sucked and stupid.
I try not to do that, but I think I do that a lot.
You do that a lot. I know you're actually pretty intricate. Like, you do that as a joke.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, colors, Dan, but then afterwards you go into your opinion. Like,
Right.
You start off with the joke.
So long as I'm just not retarded all the way through it. They're like, this hammer was gray.
Yeah. Like, after discussion, you actually go into why you think certain things are. But you start off like that.
Yeah. If you watch our fucking We're in a Car of X-Men Apocalypse,
Fucking colors!
where the colors debate formed.
Let me just double check the audio. Good. We're good. I'm paranoid about the audio. We're going back to this microphone because the other one kind of sucked.
Yeah,
And
and
this
this
one
one's
has
much
nice
nicer.
podcast quality. It gives it the radio voice sort of feel.
Yeah. We should fucking get another one of these microphones.
We should. We totally should. They're really good. I love them, and they're good. I want to get better close proximity mics so that we can have multiple person panels and stuff.
Yeah. And we could we could figure shit out. Was that all the news?
We have 2 mini reviews we're about to do. We're not going to make these complex reviews.
No, and this is going to be a very long episode of The Shop.
It's okay. I'm fine with that. As long as we don't go low on time.
I think we actually have like another like half hour.
Yeah, we're
maybe even a bit more.
Yeah, we're good. Defenders.
I enjoyed Defenders greatly.
I thought it was really good. I didn't think it was. I thought it was like
If we're hierarchying this,
the individual shows aside from Iron Fist are all above it.
So let's go this. I think Iron Fist is at the bottom.
Defenders.
Luke Cage.
Oh, no.
Defenders. Daredevil 1 and 2, Jessica Jones.
Nah, I would put Iron Fist, Defenders. Now here's where it gets iffy for me. Because I actually like, honestly, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and Daredevil are all like almost equivalent in my head, so that kind of have a hard time ranking those.
Yeah.
If I had to say, I guess by the last art, like the last half of Luke Cage got a little bit,
Repetitive.
and Jessica Jones, the first episode was kind of eh.
Yeah.
So I guess Daredevil I put above them just for that, but I still really like them.
Yeah.
And if we're talking about characters, Luke Cage is my favorite.
Yeah, as individual characters.
Yeah, excluding their show and how good their shows are or anything. I'm just saying as a character, Luke Cage is my
I
favorite. of them.
mildly disagree, and I've decided that after seeing Defenders, Jessica Jones is my favorite individual character.
I mean, I love them. I love all of them, and they're all wonderful. I just think Luke Cage, like, they really worked hard to earn, like,
Yeah.
like that he's a hero about something.
yes, even though that goes against his comic book persona.
Yeah, I don't know, whatever. But, like, I just liked the show version of him a lot.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, like, and usually when it's like a hero about something, it gets kind of preachy. Like, they worked hard to get, like, to earn
Yeah,
that fucking shit.
if we're jumping back to Luke Cage, I can't remember what, I think it was like episode 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Where he was in the park.
Yeah, and then he had the whole speech
Feel?
about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was fucking like one of the best moments in all of those shows.
Yes.
I was like, holy shit.
All right, so spoilers for Defenders.
Yeah.
Let's just kick off with one of my joke points. Kristen Ritter, who plays Jessica Jones, her preppy cheerleader voice that she uses on the phone
is fucking
is one of my favorite things
Yeah.
ever.
Hello there. Oh gosh.
I just want to like buy a building.
And so when she's talking with that guy, and she's just like, "Can I quote that?" Oh, you know what? I don't even. I'm gonna quote it.
And they have like they sit on like those medicine balls that some people think are obnoxious but are like super comfy. Which means at one point she was like, "What the fucking medicine ball?" She sat on it and she's like, "Wee."
Yeah. I like my friend who was watching Defenders on Twitter was like, I just want the show to be 4 Jessica Jones all solving cases together. And I was like, but then they wouldn't have enough alcohol. They would all be very angry.
And besides, Jessica Jones season 2.
Yeah. And it was all very nerdgasmy. The only issue I had with it is that there was a lot of subplots.
That didn't really go anywhere.
Yeah, there was a whole lot. Like some of the sub characters actually had points.
Foggy was kind of important.
He was basically important to just have the end scene where they
Yeah.
were mourning the loss of Daredevil.
And Foggy's great because the actor who plays Foggy is great anyway.
Yeah, so like,
Having Karen Page be there, it seems to only be to set up Born Again.
yeah, it really was. Which I don't know why they were setting up anything in Defenders. They shouldn't have been. Defenders should have been its own thing. I don't like that they were tying.
Yeah.
it. All the shows were like, well, we got to have all these characters progress in this show. But it really should have just been a separate thing.
I liked that it was shorter than the other ones. Mm-hmm. I felt like that kind of jumped. I felt like the pacing was a lot better than some of the other Netflix shows. Like I feel like because Luke Cage dragged on at the end and Iron Fist dragged on at the end.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought it kind of started to drag. Like,
I feel like it. I'm not saying I feel like it completely devoid of drag. I feel like it just did a better job of avoiding the drag.
I honestly noticed it more in this. I'm not gonna lie. There were so many scenes where they just sat down and just were doing nothing and just talking.
There was a whole episode of them talking though, and that was like the best episode.
Well, no, because that was progressing the plot though. I'm talking about scenes where like, and not only just like the B characters sitting down being like, well, what do you think?
Maybe
about-"
Miles has the plot.
Yeah. What do you think about Wade Wilson? I think he's just got a lot of problems, and that's what his character arc's about. Me too! Let's talk about it for half the plot. And then there was also episodes where just like, you know, I guess like Luke Cage and Iron Fist, Iron Fist is tied up in a room and they're talking, and it kind of progressed the plot, but not really.
Yeah, and tying Iron Fist up fucked everything up.
Yeah, that was really boring.
And Stick had a fucking heel turn.
Yeah, like this series really was just like, I'm totally fine if the series was just like a bunch of nerdgasm moments of like that final fight scene.
Yeah, that was,
in which they had a lot of those. So I'm not like saying it dragged nearly as much. I'm overstating.
They had the
this.
standard one take hallway fight.
Yeah, I'm overstating how some of the drag happened. I'm just saying there were a few episodes where it's just like, oh, move, plot, or like they would be in the middle. That fucking scene where they're discussing whether or not they wanted to blow up the building. All right, sorry about that. Fucking. They literally spent an entire episode because it started halfway through the end of that episode before. Then it went into the next episode,
Right,
and they kept
yeah.
talking. I was just like, they literally decided in like 10 minutes. They're like, all right, fine, we'll blow it up. But then they went back to being like, I don't know, should we though? Like, we just decided we're gonna blow up, and now we're just gonna like be like, I don't know, man, this is kind of sketchy. I'm like, what the fuck? You just decided. Why are we still discussing this? You were all just like, I guess we're gonna do it. Or maybe not. And then they kept cutting away from that and cutting back to like the B characters being like, I don't know where the plot is. Can we be in the show?
Normally we're involved with the plot.
She's like, can I be Hellcat now? No. Fuck. I just can I please do something? No, we have to keep talking about how awesome Jessica is. We're not allowed to have any character. This is normally your role.
Yeah.
But yeah. But I'm overstating my anger because I really liked this and I had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah,
it wasn't
great.
bad by any means. I'm just saying there were a few episodes where I was just like, get back to the good.
And then there was the first episodes where every time they cut, they would do the train sequence, and all the colors would be based on their colors.
Yeah, I thought that would just get annoying to me, but I actually really liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah. In that moment where the police lights happen, and all of a sudden the police lights are flashing somehow.
And they flash all 4 colors somehow.
And I was like, oh shit, shit's going down. Red, green, blue, yellow.
yeah, red, green.
It's the colors. It's the video colors.
yeah, red, green,
blue.
yellow. blue.
Red, green, blue, yellow. Yes. RGBY.
Fuck you.
So yeah, I really liked it. I prefer the less tie-in episodes, and they definitely set up Heroes of Fire.
Oh, definitely,
1000%. So I don't know if they're gonna do it in the show
And
or
Born
if
Again. And Born Again.
Yeah, I'd imagine they're probably gonna do like a season of Iron Fist or something that's Heroes of Fire or something. I don't know.
I would very much approve of that.
Yeah. So yeah, that was pretty cool. I don't know if they'll have a Heroes for Hire TV show.
And they also double set up fucking Jessica and Luke boning.
Yeah. Last review.
Riff Tracks.
Riff Tracks Live.
Yeah, there was a Riff Tracks live.
He made me start watching
Doctor Who.
Doctor Who. I really liked the 11th Doctor,
Yes.
and I might watch all that, and maybe the stuff afterwards. I don't know. I was not a big fan of the space whale thing, where the whole episode they're like, "What's wrong with this terrible society? Why do they choose to forget everything? Are they like raising orphans with cancer and then grinding up the cancer for food?
They have to pedal on a bicycle. The cancer children have to pedal a bicycle.
Yeah, and then they chop the cancer off and feed it to all the people. Is that what's terrible? No, their society's propelled by a space whale. They're like, ride the space whale. I ride horses. I don't give a fuck about space whale. Oh, what if it's dying? Dude, it's a fucking space whale. I eat fish. I get the fish and I don't go, what a beautiful animal. I go like, this would look good with some Szechuan sauce.
Thank you for complaining about a fucking Doctor Who episode from fucking 2011.
Yeah. So then we went and watched 5 Doctors, and thank Christ there was riff tracks with it, because I would have killed myself.
Oh, yeah.
That was slow as shit.
Yeah.
I was not a fan.
It's old school. I found the batteries.
I know. I just put the batteries in the... It was all right, cool. I like Riff Tracks. Is that good?
Yes.
This is good enough. Riff Tracks is good. I will watch the 11th Doctor season. I don't know if that's the 11th season.
No.
No, that's what I figured. Cool. What came out this week?
Ben Reilly, Scarlet Spider, Cable 4, Deadpool 25, Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe Again, number 4, Marvel Doctor Strange. That's not even a word. Doctor Strange 24, Edge of the Venomverse 5, Generations, Unworthy Thor, and the Mighty Thor, number 1, I Am Groot, number 4, Iceman 4, Peter Parker, Spectacular Spider-Man, number 3, Secret Empire, number 9, Punisher 15. So True Believer stuff. We have Devil Dinosaur, number 1, Fantastic Four, number 1, and Nick Fury, number 1. Weapon X, number 7, and X-Men Gold, number 10. We had 2 annuals. We had, one annual and a variant, which is on the thing for some reason. And we had a Dr. Alpha annual.
Mm-hmm. Apparently the art in Dr. Alpha annual was really cool. That's what I heard.
The DC side of things, we have Action 986, Batgirl 14, Batman Shadow 5, Batman Beyond 11, Blue Beetle 12, Detective 963, Hal Jordan the Green Lantern Corps number 7, Harley Quinn number 26, Jack Kirby Manhunter Special number 1, Nightwing The New Order, Scooby-Doo Team Up number 29, Sensational Comics number 1, Suicide Squad 24, Teen Titans 11, Flash 29, Hellblazer 13, and Commodity Challenge 8. Let's see anything else. Image have anything nifty? Shirtless Bear Fighter 3.
No, really?
IDW has a fucking Angry Birds book for some reason.
Yeah.
First Strike 2.
IDW will take literally anything.
Black Hammer 12.
Yeah. Did you read the first trade yet?
Of what?
Black Hammer.
No.
Fucking A. I really need you on that book, dude. It's really fucking good, and I need somebody to sympathize with me when they stab me in the fucking heart ass.
I'll get to it.
My heart ass they do the Japan thing where they go, whoa! Up my ass.
So what'd you pick up this week?
Shirtless Bear Fighter, which got the awesome variant of the bear and the toilet paper. It was cool. That one. I also picked up.
After weeks.
Yeah. Well, I picked up Batman because Batman and Titans that were sitting in my pull list because I didn't have the money to pick them up. And I also picked up an issue of Harrow because now I need to start pulling it physically rather than just getting it on digital. Because fucking I need a book. Black Hammer, this really cool variant. I like it. It's really rad. Nightwing, the Old Order.
Winner of an Eisner.
Yeah, puns, everybody. Old Order, get it? Because it says New Order. And use the opposite of old.
Har.
Secret Empire, number whatever it is, 9, I think. And the Hellblazer, sleeping with Skeleton.
Did he sleep with that skeleton?
No, he did not.
What's the point of even having it on the thing then?
I don't know. But yeah. What do you get?
This week, I got Generations, Unworthy Thor versus Normal Thor. Nightwing, The New Order. X-Men Gold, number 10, even though I don't read this fucking book anymore.
Yeah, you accidentally got that.
Secret Empire, number 9. I have the cool watercolor variant that I've gotten the whole time. Daredevil, number 25, which I also don't read anymore. And Hellblazer, 13. And Detective 963. I also got, this is a new trade that came out. I got the Judas Contract trade.
There was I don't know what one. I'm not really that well versed in the Hellboy prose stuff, but they had a Hellboy anthology book that was like a bunch of horror writers writing short stories in prose of Hellboy, and it's not canon. But Christopher
At
Golden.
least you don't think.
No, it's not. Christopher Golden edited it though, which is why I was like, "Is this canon?" But it's not. Only the 2 actual books that Christopher Golden wrote.
So, would you like to start with the Epic of Shirtless Bear Fighter?
Oh Christ, yeah. This fucking book. I love it. Yeah, so they start off by giving that girl a tragic backstory.
The FBI agent?
Yeah. Where her mom's like, honey, don't go outside and don't take the cat out, okay, as she like runs outside with her cat. And then the cat runs up a tree and she's like, no, I'll save it. So she climbs up the tree to go get it, and then she falls off the tree. So her love of cats now has a tragic backstory.
Did the cat die?
I have no idea. They teased it though.
We won't know until next issue. Join us next issue when we see whether or not the cat died.
So Shirtless is tied up in a fucking holding cell, tied up with fucking toilet paper.
Because he has a shirt on, so he's lost all his strength.
Yeah. It's his one true weakness. And then Brother Bear comes out and is like, haha, I got you, bitch. And then the evil villain gives an evil villain speech as he takes a shit in a golden toilet in front of him. And so they give him like the face as he does it. And then he has the bears wipe his ass, and he's also like, oh my god, the claws hurt! God damn it! Oh, just stupid bears. But then the girl breaks in dressed up as a fucking costume. And then she takes him out, and he's like, what'd they do to you? They made me wear a shirt. My greatest weakness. Of course, they have a fucking bunch of bear traps around there, too.
And bears are making toilet paper.
Yeah,
clearly.
all the bears are enslaved to make toilet paper. His mom is enslaved. And then they go, they break out and they go in a fucking cave. And then she gets undressed, and then he has reminiscences about his past romance, where he found the sweet little girl in the woods. Not little girl, that sounds like pedo. I mean, like, she's his age. And then he's walking around full naked with this massive 5-foot dong. And so they're just like happily skipping through the fields.
Nice.
And then he got fucking like exercise from his community.
From the bear community.
For loving a human. And it turns out the fucking bad guy was her original lover or something.
Or brother.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe brother. Maybe the same thing.
Maybe the same thing.
Yeah.
There's no way of knowing.
He's my brother. He's my lover. He's my brother. He's my lover. He's my brother and my lover.
I'm going to be your mother lover.
You know I'm referencing, right?
What were you referencing?
Chinatown.
Fuck you.
Have you not seen Chinatown?
No.
I did it once. Yeah, you're the one who hasn't seen a famous movie, and I saw it. You bitch. And then as he realizes that she's dying, as he's eating a fucking fish out of a lake, and he runs over and she's dead. And then they have the tragic, oh no. And then these guys start falling in love. And then the police guy is outside, and it turns out he's actually been working with the bears the whole time.
No, that fucker.
And I don't know if you remember his gimmick is that he keeps talking about
the
wars,
war.
but he keeps saying like, I've been in 27 wars. And they're like, there haven't been that many. And this time
He's an ancient.
he's like, it's not person. They don't have to pay me. This is about America. I fought in 18 major American conflicts. And she's like, that's impossible. That's literally impossible. And then Bear Fighter fights shirtless, whatever, fights him. The bear throws him in the river, and he fucking Zelda Breath of the Wild style salmon jumps up a waterfall. And then she just goes so weird. And then he washes up on a fucking forest that's all been cut down. He just starts crying. And then all of a sudden his fucking dad shows up. And then it teases the next issue of them fighting a bunch of people with chainsaws.
How is this? This is a mini, right?
Yeah, it's going for 5 issues or 6 issues, I think. I don't know. But I have a feeling that it's doing so well that it's just going to keep going. I have a feeling Image is going to be like, oh, you know what? We're okay with this. What do you get?
I thought I already went over my books.
No, I mean, like, what's your next book that you read?
Let's
He didn't
see.
actually read any of them. He told me he did.
I
But
did. I read this. This is a Thor book.
he's going to give it a 5-minute long,
Again, I feel like if you're reading Thor, you'll understand what's going on.
which means he didn't actually read it and is trying to find an excuse for not.
No, because this all involves weird time travel shit, and it's difficult. But then it cuts to some Avengers BC stuff.
Oh.
That's Odin in the Phoenix Force, and they fucking.
Oh, are they setting up Avengers BC?
I think so.
Oh,
that's what it seems like it's doing.
Oh.
Yeah, and all of this shit involves like weird time travel and shit.
Does that actually need setup?
I,
It's just a fucking prehistoric book. You don't need to set it up.
they did. I still don't read Detective. I don't read Hellblazer. I don't read Daredevil. I haven't read Secret Empire yet. I don't read Gold. Nightwing: The New Order was a book. That was definitely a book, and I hope it fucking. I agree completely with you. It fucking seems very bog standard at the beginning.
Yeah, it's like, oh no, it's a bad timeline. This is where Dick's bad. And everybody's like, gosh darn it, Dick, we don't like you for being bad. And he's like, well, I had to do it because it's the Earth. And then controversy with him.
And
his family's involved now, and they're the bad guys. And it's very like, whatever. It's...
And his son has his very effeminate looking son has superpowers.
Yeah. So it's a very standard dark timeline book. The art's really nice, though. So I don't think I'm going to pick it up anymore.
I'm going to because Kyle Higgins is writing it.
Okay. I don't know. Anytime you do a book like that with a character that's
Look, it's Nightwing's first appearance.
cool.
Do you like George Perez? Because I like George Perez. Look at this art.
It was Nightwing's first appearance in...
Teen Titans.
Wow, I didn't know that. Huh. Let's see, what books...
That's why George Perez is always credited with the creation of Nightwing.
Yes. Hellblazer, apparently the first issue of Seeley's run. Really fucking good. Like, as I said, this is straight up just fucking occult detective style. He wakes up drunk in bed.
Like Constantine is one to do.
Yeah. He's
Apparently
just like...
this movie sucked.
Yeah, apparently. I don't know. I didn't watch it. He gets out of bed and he's like, I'm fucking so hungover. And the whole book, he has a fucking occult detective narration.
Well, he always kind of had.
Yeah, which hasn't really been in this run. He knocks his fucking vent is like being bad. He knocks on it. Fucking blood and guts just spurts all over him. And
That
then
happens.
then he's in questioning by some woman who...
Again, that happens.
Yeah, that he apparently slept with before.
It's very possible.
Yeah.
If you exist in the DC universe, you've probably slept with Constantine at some point.
Yeah. And so they go to a bar and he's like, come on, this, I can quote him exactly, but it was on TV's Bar Rescue. Isn't it our duty to reward the heroes who saved this hotel from having dignity and character by having at least a pint of its overpriced swill?
I fucking love Constantine.
Yeah. And then he meets up with a bunch of people. Some guy drugs him,
That happens.
but drugs him with magic shit.
That happens.
It's very confusing, and it seems that he kind of has memories, even though he didn't tell her about it. But when he was blacked out, he may have somehow controlled this guy and murdered him.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
Because he's like, I don't want to believe that I actually murdered a guy when my inhibitions were down because I hated him. But some invisible thing goes and throws this guy into the air vent. And Constantine's like, well, he goes to the guy's house who drugged him and beats the fuck out of him. It's like, what the shit did you do to me? he gets him with a crowbar and is like, fuck you.
Which is hysterical because Constantine's super shitty at fighting.
Yeah, it was really funny, actually. And the guy's like, they're in there. And it's just, the guy just has a bag full of panties. And he's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. What drugs? Oh, yeah, Constantine puts up magic lipstick and makes out with the guy to fucking get him to tell, I don't know what the fuck it actually
Information or whatever.
I don't really know. I think it's just it's like anti-blackout lipstick or something. Or it makes people black out. It might have made him forget about the shit. I don't really remember. I was a little confused by that. And then another guy's out in the street drinking, and he's like, ha la la la, quoting old books, cuts his own throat, and dies. And then a fucking evil thing's like, we made him kill himself.
Now that I'm looking at those two people, they look like they remind me of the two characters from South Park who go like, that's gay.
Yeah. So yeah,
we made him kill himself. That's gay.
From what I know of old Constantine, this feels a lot more like what you had envisioned.
Described.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lack of old Constantine feeling is kind of why I dropped off Hellblazer.
So you might really like it.
Hopefully.
And it's not following what the current plot about Jinns was. Even though I was okay with that plot, the only issue I had with reading Hellblazer is that the dialogue in it is so hard to read. It's like, he speaks incredibly British, so
Even
I
in
can't
that
understand. No, this one he actually wasn't even that bad in. Like he says,
Tim Seeley's not a British writer.
Yeah, the guy before is like, I could not decode like 80% of what he said.
He kind of wrote Hellblazer in a not very good time of Hellblazer.
Yeah. So yeah, Secret Empire. The book's gotten to a point where I really have not been reading any of the tie-ins, and I don't know what the fuck's going on. Kind of. This one I actually got more of.
Captain America's shield's a shield again.
What?
Captain America's shield became a shield again.
Oh yeah, it did. Yeah, I forgot about that. But so like the arcing plot of Secret Empire I've been kind of able to get, but they keep doing like there was that last issue that I really was just like, I really don't know what's going on. Like Doctor Strange is free now and all this other shit. But then it's kind of getting back on track where it's just going with this one. I kind of understood better. This whole fucking thing has just been me trying to decipher from what I know of what's going on in Marvel. And most of this issue is just like people fighting and being like, yeah, teamwork, yeah, all the heroes are in it. You see them all, yeah, things are looking up. But they're fucking. Do you care if I spoil things?
Not at all.
Okay. So they finally revealed that these dream sequences with actual Tim Rogers, they're actually this is actually Kobik's dreams. So he's not actually real. It's Kobik, what Kobik imagines Steve Rogers to be. And so he's having a conversation with her. And he's like, you're the only one who can restore me to what I think I'm supposed to be. And she's like, no, I'm a little girl. I'm too afraid or whatever. And then these guys keep on fighting because that's what this book's about. A bunch of people fighting and them going like, oh.
Then Hawkeye said no.
Yeah, Thor.
I said Hulk. I meant to say Thor.
Yeah, Thor went, no more. This sucks. I don't like you guys being dicks.
Everyone stop being. I want to be friends.
Yeah, even though he literally just blew up their defenses. And then Skull Guy and Ant-Man have some witty banter. I don't know who Skull Guy is.
Taskmaster.
Oh, is that Taskmaster?
Looks like it.
Fucking Vive and Vision, she takes away half of his virus so that they can each kind of bear the virus a bit. So now it seems like Vision's kind of back now.
Cool. There's Heracles.
Oh, that's right. Fucking what's her name? Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange are fighting. And she's like, I'm evil. And he's like, well, I'm going to summon something on you. So he just summons and fucking...
Jane Foster Thor.
Yeah, she just flies out of a fucking portal and smacks her in the head.
With a hammer.
Yeah, it was really funny. And then some other shit happens. This guy, I'm 99% certain, is the guy who's in...
That's Baron Zemo.
Yeah, he's the nerdy guy in Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law.
That's not at all, but whatever.
Are you sure? The guy with the red cloak? What?
Nothing. Baron Zemo's cool.
But this is the same guy, right?
You're the same guy.
I know that's based off Hanna-Barbera stuff, but they own Hanna-Barbera. I'm assuming they might have made some of that stuff canon.
DC owns Hanna-Barbera.
Oh, I'm retarded.
Yeah, you are.
Oh my god. They look exactly the same. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if people make fun of me for that. Nobody's gonna make fun of me. Nobody watches this.
I'll make fun of you, Dan.
Then fucking Bucky comes in and starts fighting him. Zemo, whatever. Oh, fucking finally Black Panther gets out and is like, I'm Black Panther. I'm rad. I just want to let you know you can't keep me chained up because I'm fucking rad.
I'm Black Panther.
Yeah. Girl lady, whatever her name is.
Ow,
Ew,
fuck.
God, I saw that. That was disgusting.
Ow.
We only have 2 minutes left of recording.
Well, that's under exaggerated.
She fucking not kills, but drugs Faustus. Anything else that's important?
Iron Steve.
Yeah, Iron Steve Rogers. I don't know what the fuck that is. He's wearing something cool. That's the plot point. Black Hammer. This is a past thing. This is about what's her name? Reminiscing about her dad. No current stuff because they're like one issue. Every other issue is going to be plot. The other issue is going to be teasing the fuck out of you after a major fucking plot point being like, whoa, we can't go back to the fucking major reveal. We have to fucking tease you with some past shit.
Watch out.
That's still really good, but like, you're teasing the shit out of me and my dick. Black Hammer's daughter stuff.
Right, Jack. Watch out.
I should write into Hammer Time because I
Stop.
like that name. Nightwing New Order. It was
already went
very
over that.
standard. We already went over it. Harrow County. Have not read actually this issue. Anyways, that was the most recent issue though. Titans not read. Batman not read. Even though those weren't this week. Done.
Cool. Here's what comes out next week.
We have 1 minute left.
No, we don't. We
Yeah,
have
we
a
do.
bit
We
more
have
time.
1 minute left.
We have a bit more time.
We don't. We actually don't. So
Motherfucker. Fucking Legion. No.
did it crash on you?
Yes.
Good. Very good. Very, very good. Awesome.
On the Marvel side of things, we have American number 6, Black Panther 17. God fucking damn it. Want
me to read it? I'm better at
it. Black Panther and the Crew number 6, Deadpool 35, Doctor Strange the Sorcerer Supreme number 11, Generations Hawkeye number 1, Infamous Iron Man number 11, Jean Grey 6, Lockjaw Dog Days number 1, Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur number 22, Secret Empire 10, Silver Surfer 14, Star Wars 35, Star Wars Jedi Republic Base Windu number 1, Thanos number 10, Mighty Captain Marvel number 8, Uncanny Avengers number 26. We have a True Believer, Ant-Man and the Wasp number 1, Jack Kirby shit, X-Men Blue number 10. On the DC side of things, we have All-Star Batman number 13, Black Racer and the Shib Normanam Phenomenon Special number 1, Darkseid Special number 1, Justice League of America number 13, the Black Racer, that's the thing I just read, Wonder Woman 29, and that's all of that shitty shit. Image has nothing really of interest. Except for a Stray Bullets thing that apparently is a thing.
What about Dark Horse? Tell me. I must know. Cheese and Burger. BPRB no number 2. Yay! I forgot. All right, cool. Is that it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, cool.
I think Doom Patrol might come out next week.
Doom
Patrol number 8.
Yes. Cool. All right, so that's all. We're literally about to end recording.
Thank you all for joining us.
Bye. Just enough time. Thumbs up.